So this is part two of our series on is now a good time to buy or sell real estate. We talked on the previous video about buying. Let's talk about selling. And when I was talking in the previous video, the comment I made was that it's kind of general advice when it comes to buying real estate and or stocks. You make money when you buy. But let's talk about selling. You make money when you sell as long as you sell for more than you paid for it. So is now a great time to sell. So we've over the last couple of years have seen, I'm going to call it historic increases in real estate values here in this market being, I'll say the Nature Coast area, West Central Florida area, probably most of the country has seen that, but here in Florida specifically, we've done very, very well in real estate values, especially in residential. Commercial's gone up as well, but definitely residential because of people wanting to move to Florida. Those prices have definitely shot up dramatically. So is now a great time to sell? Well, it can be. If you bought your property right, now's a great time to sell. Please make sure you've held the property for more than a year so you qualify for long-term capital gain treatment, or if it's your primary residence, you hold it for more than 2 years, and as long as you're married, your gain's under and your gain is under $500,000, there's no tax to pay. Or if you're single, your gain has to be under $250,000. So now it could be a great time to sell. A lot of property appreciation, but one of the things you're probably going to have to contend with is, okay, great, I sold my house, I made a bunch of money, where am I going to go? Because you have to go out and buy a house now at today's high prices as well. So you're basically taking the profits that you made from one house you just sold and having to pay a much higher price for the property you want to buy compared to what it was 2 years ago. So all those things, and then here again, if you're downsizing to a much smaller house, then that's now may be a great time to sell. Because you are going to get a good value for the home you're selling and move into a much less expensive house in terms of the cost, because it's a smaller house, generally speaking. Here again, now is a great time to sell. Unfortunately, we're seeing a bit of a slowdown, with interest rates spiking like they have. The summertime also slows real estate sales down, generally speaking. So we have seen quite a bit of inventory coming onto the market. There has been talk of recession. I guess 2 negative quarters of GDP has been the long-term definition of a recession. I think they're trying to redefine what a recession is to some degree, to maybe take in a lot more data to make that call if we're in a recession. But we have had 2 quarters of negative GDP this year. First, second quarter came in negative. So I guess from that definition, we're technically in a recession, but and then the war in Ukraine, inflation, all these things have had a effect on people's psyche about the continued upward climb in prices. And so we have seen over the summertime a pretty good increase in MLS inventory here. So if you knew somebody that sold their house, let's say the first quarter of the year, and they were getting offers of $10, $15, $20, $50,000 over asking price, and getting a dozen offers in that range, I'm not saying that can't still happen, but it's definitely gone way down. And if your property is priced right, you'll get offers, but you're not going to get the volume of the significantly over asking price offers that you're getting before. So it's still a great time to sell. For me, I got some spec homes on the market that are for sale. I have not gotten the traffic last month or so like I was expecting to get, but what I'm looking at is the fact that interest rates have spiked. I'm looking at the fact that we're going to do back to school, and so that everybody getting out, and summer coming to an end. So I'm going to keep my prices on my spec homes steady until probably mid-September. I'm monitoring traffic in model centers around the area. I'm monitoring the number of calls I have on my spec homes to see, and the volume is increasing. So I'm not going to get too anxious until mid-September about reducing the prices on my specs. So my point to all that is, take a look at a lot of different factors when you're selling your home, and don't just get spooked by the fact that I haven't had any traffic in a week or two. Well, here again, we've been in summertime, back to school. All those things have had a historical impact on traffic this time of year. So if you can, hold steady on your price for another couple of weeks at least, and I think you're going to see barring any unusual circumstances that happen in the environment around us, the political environment, all that kind of stuff, barring any unusual things that happen, you're going to see a significant, I think, increase increase in traffic, and you should get a nice contract on the property you're trying to sell. If you have any other questions, please give us a call here at Suncoast CPA Group, 352-596-2883, or you can reach us on the web down below. Click on that appointment link, make an appointment to come see us as well. Thank you once again for listening.